With the Motor Plus app, you can report accidents and access value-added services from your mobile.
Your motor insurance is now at your fingertips. Sri Lanka Insurance Motor Plus, the best option.
In a few moments, the news.
Sri Lanka Insurance, like a father, like a mother.
This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
.45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Ramesh Piris and read by J. Yogaraj. First, the headlines. Movement between districts barred. A curfew on the Western Province extended. The Ministry of Health issues a hotline before seeking treatment for COVID-19 symptoms. Confirmed COVID-19 cases in Sri Lanka surpass 11,000 mark. A special relief program for families affected by the pandemic under self-quarantine. Guidelines issued regarding restriction of activities in non-curfew imposed areas. SLPP celebrates 4th anniversary. News overseas, the White House accuses top scientist Fauci of playing politics. In sports cricket, Indian Premier League, Royals and Kings 11 out as KKR keep playoff hopes alive. And those are the headlines. As per the instructions of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, it has been decided to strictly restrict movement between districts to curtail the spread of COVID-19 outbreak. Accordingly, crossing district boundaries will be banned except for essential services and the distribution of goods. The President made this decision at a meeting held with the National Operations Centre for Prevention of COVID-19 outbreak at the Presidential Secretariat yesterday. Along with the decision to bar travel between districts, President Rajapaksa took several more decisions to control the epidemic without hindering the daily life of the public and the economy. Army Commander Lieutenant General Shavendra Silva announces that the quarantine curfew currently imposed on the Western Province has been extended until November 9th. Accordingly, the quarantine curfew on the Western Province was imposed on October 29th and was scheduled to be lifted at 5 a.m. today. However, as per the latest update, the curfew will be lifted at 5 a.m. on the 10th of November. On the 9th of November. Meanwhile, the quarantine curfew to curtail the COVID-19 outbreak has been imposed on more areas. Hence, the Kurunagala town area and the Kuliapitiya and Ahaliagoda police areas will be under curfew. The curfew will be in effect from 5 a.m. today until 5 a.m. on November 9th. The Ministry of Health announced the total COVID-19 cases confirmed in Sri Lanka went passing the grim milestone of 11,000 as of yesterday. The latest spike of figures came after 204 more persons were tested positive for the virus. Sri Lanka has confirmed a total of 397 infections so far within the day. Health Ministry's data revealed that the Sri Lanka has confirmed 11,060 coronavirus infections to date. All the fresh positive cases have been linked to the Minuwangoda-Paliagoda cluster, which registered a record total of 7,582 cases since the beginning of October. The Health Ministry says 6,134 active cases continue to receive treatment at selected hospitals across the country. Sri Lanka's COVID-19 recoveries total, meanwhile, reached 4,905. Meanwhile, the latest victim to succumb to the virus was identified as a 40-year-old male from Mahara area. The epidemiology unit has confirmed that the patient was admitted to the hospital on the 23rd of October due to high blood pressure. According to Health Ministry's data, total COVID-19 deaths reported in Sri Lanka now stand at 21. This news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Sri Lanka Insurance Motor Plus, the best option.
The government has announced that measures will be taken to provide relief to the low-income people in the Western Province where the quarantine curfew is in effect to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Accordingly, the Department of Government Information said an allowance of 5,000 rupees will be provided again to families that have lost livelihood in the Kalambu, Gampaha and Kaluthara districts. Meanwhile, arrangements have been made to provide a relief package worth of 10,000 rupees for all families under quarantine. District secretariats, divisional secretaries, Gram and Niladari, rural committees and the security forces will be coordinating the relief programs. Measures have also been taken to implement a door-to-door marketing system for essential food items in order to meet the needs of the people in the Western Province during this period. In addition, the government has announced that the people engaged in the field of agriculture in the curfew-imposed districts will be allowed to carry out their activities without restrictions from the curfew, the Government Information Department said. The Ministry of Health is issuing guidelines for restriction of activities in the non-curfew areas, says the COVID-19 situation in the country is changing and currently stands at alert level 3. The ministry stresses that the strong observance of social distancing, respiratory aseptic practices such as hand washing and sanitizing and proper use of masks is required. The Sri Lanka Podduchena Peramuna celebrates its 4th anniversary yesterday. Celebrated its 4th anniversary yesterday. Known by everyone as Poho Tour, the SLPP has already captured the ruling power of the entire country. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa led the Poho Tour and succeeded in obtaining a 2/3 majority in the parliamentary election 2020. The SLPP came into being based on the registered political party Sri Lanka Jatika Peramuna and Sri Lanka Nidas Peramuna. The SLPP, of which the symbol was a flower bud or Poho Tour, was officially established on 1st November 2016. The present party leader is the 5th Executive President, present Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. And that's local news.
Shri, what do you know about Motor Plus?
Motor Plus operating system is 100% accurate and convenient. They settle claims fast with less documentation.
Tell me more.
They also have cashless claim settlement options.
Anything else?
With the Motor Plus app, you can report accidents and access value-added services from your mobile.
Your motor insurance is now at your fingertips. Sri Lanka Insurance Motor Plus, the best option.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The Ministry of Health says persons with symptoms of COVID-19 are requested to call the hotline before seeking treatment from hospitals. Accordingly, the Health Ministry Secretary announced those with any COVID-19 symptoms may contact the telephone number 0117 966 366. I repeat, 0117 966 366 for medical advice. And that's top news.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
Moving on to Watchlight, the Battaramula head office, the Department of Immigration and Immigration will be closed for visitors until further notice. The department said the decision was reached in order to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. The department said the public has been requested to obtain the services of the Department of Immigration and Immigration by contacting the relevant divisions via phone or via email during office hours between 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And moving on to world news, headlines first. The White House accuses top scientist Fauci of playing politics. Relief efforts continue after Turkey-Greece quake. Hong Kong police arrest 7 pro-democracy politicians. And those are the headlines. The White House has accused leading infectious disease expert Anthony Fauci of playing politics days before the election in an interview about the coronavirus pandemic. Dr. Fauci told the Washington Post the U.S. was in for a whole lot of hurt. He also offered an assessment of how both Donald Trump and his Democratic rival Joe Biden are approaching the pandemic. The U.S. has recorded more deaths and cases than any other country. Rescue and recovery efforts continue in Turkey and Greece 2 full days after a powerful earthquake struck in the Aegean Sea. A Friday's magnitude 7.0 quake and the tsunami that followed have left at least 71 people dead. Turkish authorities have confirmed that the disaster killed 69 people and injured 949 others in the country. Greek authorities say 2 people have been confirmed dead and 19 were injured. In the western Turkish province of Izmir, rescuers are continuing to look for survivors trapped under the rubble. 7 pro-democracy politicians have been arrested in Hong Kong on charges including acts of contempt against the territory's assembly. Last morning, Hong Kong police arrested 7 incumbent and former members of the Legislative Council, including the head of the Democratic Party, Wu Chi-wai. The charges are related to the council meeting in Niamey. Police allege that they also obstructed the duties of council officials. And that's world news.
Development News is brought to you by...
My wife always sets a full lunch table even if it's just the 2 of us. She always expects people to drop by, like maybe the army.
In whatever we do, we Sri Lankans are always thinking of others. When we get Munchie Super Cream Crackers, they're not just for ourselves. Munchie Super Cream Cracker, Super Kiyanne Nikang Neve.
The Kalani Right Bank water treatment plant is the joint largest in the country and is expected to benefit more than 1.7 million people in industrial zones and fast-growing suburbs of northern Colombo and Gampaha. It is a significant milestone in the government's efforts to enhance access to safe drinking water for all citizens while preparing to meet future demands of a rapidly developing country. And that's development news.
When Tati bought a new family car, it wasn't just for the 4 of us.
It's a 10-seater van. Enough for friends and relatives too.
Mummy insisted on building an extra room in our new house.
Well, you never know who'll come to stay. We need more pillows too.
When I was studying late, Nangi would come by to help.
No, I don't know physics, but I do know you need a Munchie Super Cream Cracker.
In whatever we do, we Sri Lankans are always thinking of others.
When we get Munchie Super Cream Crackers, they're not just for ourselves.
Munchie Super Cream Cracker, Super Kiyanne Nikang Neve.
Sports News is brought to you by
Munchie Chocolate Cream Biscuit. Chocolate in every bite.
IPL 2020, Ian Morgan's Kolkata Knight Riders kept alive their playoff hopes with a thumping 60-run victory over Rajasthan Royals in the Indian Premier League. The Royals, who have England's Ben Stokes, Jofra Archer, Josie Butler and Tom Curran in their squad, are now unable to reach the playoffs. Kings 11 Punjab playoff hopes were ended by a 9-wicket defeat by Chennai Super Kings early on Sunday. Mumbai Indians are the only team to have secured a playoff spot. The victory does not guarantee KKR a place in the playoffs. However, a significant defeat for either Royal Challengers Bangalore or Delhi Capitals today will mean Kolkata Knight Riders progress regardless of Sunrisers Hyderabad's result on Tuesday. And that's sports news.
Hey guys, we've got our very own Queen Bear here to review something for us.
Okay, here we go.
It's the right amount of crunch and OMG, so much chocolate. The texture is so good. It's creamy and velvety and just so much chocolate. The packaging is super cool and new and there's like so much chocolate. And OMG, the taste, it tastes like so good and there's so much chocolate. Like with every bite. 10 out of 10 for me.
Munchie Chocolate Cream Biscuit. Chocolate in every bite.
Empower your dreams with NSV Wings. NSV Wings. Reach out the high goals.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
To provide support and encouragement to prospective students looking at pursuing good quality international standard higher education, HNB recently teamed up with Bristol Institute of Business Management to offer educational loans at special rates. Bristol Institute will also be providing concessions for all HNB youth account holders when they enroll for courses at Bristol Institute of Business Management for postgraduate, undergraduate and foundation programs under this partnership.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
The wait is over and it's time for you to experience happiness. It's time to remap the graph for success. It's time to rebuild your empire. It's time to initiate your entrepreneur dreams. Empower your dreams with NSV Wings. Get your 2-year personal loan for just 7% per annum, starting from 500,000 rupees to 10 million rupees. All you need is just one guarantee. NSV Wings. Reach out the high goals.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The Colombo Stock Exchange announced that all market operations will continue as normal today and onwards. The quarantine curfew imposed on the Western Province, which was scheduled to be lifted today, has been extended until November 9.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
It will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Finally, in the weather report, the Met Department says showers or thundershowers will occur at several places in the Uva, Eastern and North Central provinces and in Hambantota, Mullaitivu and Vavuniya districts in the afternoon. A fairly heavy falls above 50 millimeters can be expected at some places, particularly in the Uva province and in Trincomalee and Ampara districts. Before we conclude this news broadcast, let's look at the main points once again. Movement between districts barred. Curfew on the Western province extended. The Ministry of Health issues a hotline before seeking treatment for COVID-19 symptoms. Confirmed COVID-19 cases in Sri Lanka surpass 11,000 mark. Special relief program for families affected by the pandemic under self-quarantine. Guidelines issued regarding restriction of activities in non-curfew imposed areas. SLPP celebrates 4th anniversary.